OCO people, OCO, what's good? What's good out there? Peace. Grand rising, peace. Grand rising to the ancestors, the land. Grand rising to the sun. Grand rising to the earth, the water. Grand rising to life. Today, I'm going to do this video. This video is going to be about this apology, so-called apology to the river Indians, so to say. River Indians in Arizona. This right here, man, is a crazy one. We gonna make it through. We gonna make it through this video.
Create the fun you want with the Sonic $1.99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic.
What am I doing? Okay, that's the name of the Gila River Indian community.
To acknowledge,
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. That's the name of this so-called tribe, the Gila River Indian community. Now, this so-called
the past.
This so-called Indian Gila River tribe,
And to take,
you got to be a fool to believe that this is a real tribe. You got to be a fool to believe it. I fast forwarded because I wanted to get to the apology, the actual video of the apology or whatever. So yeah, so this video was about Joe Biden supposed to be doing this apology, this formal government apology to this Gila River tribe or whoever they is. I ain't never heard of them. Never knew they existed. Never heard about them in history. But I grew up knowing about the black tribes, the so-called black tribe, the brown skin, the melanated tribes, So who is the Gila River tribe? They trying to say that this is one of the indigenous tribes of this land, of this region, of this, western region, right? But I ain't no fool. If you don't really understand what you're watching, it's okay. A lot of people gonna probably have their own opinion about it, but that's what the video for people to have their opinion, open up a discussion about this shit, because I know that my ancestors were melanated, brown to dark brown color, So these European phenotype, Mexican looking type tribes, they never were. Just sad to say. These are not the indigenous people of this land. These people have been relocated from their natural habitat to this land. They've been here for years now, and they own Indian reservations that the government restricts. So what I mean restrict is that community is only for that community. Like, you can't live in that community unless it's part of the government, PSYOP, situation. So, but yeah, I'm gonna see how many of y'all gonna wake up and realize that these people that play this government role, they understand, they know, they see what they know who we are, and they know that it's a people that had an identity kept changing every other decade. And the so-called African-American, so-called melanated, brown-skinned people, we those people. I'm not talking about the Mexican. When I say brown people, I'm not talking about no Mexican because they not brown. I don't understand y'all when y'all allow a Mexican to say he brown. Get the fuck out of here. But I'm gonna get into this video right here, and as I go, I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna, help people that's in the back understand that probably can't understand what they watch. All right, let's get into it. Let's start cooking.
Congressman Greg Stanton. I saw Greg when I came in. He's over there somewhere. Greg, thank you. And I'm putting these glasses on because I'm having trouble seeing this. And all the elected leaders and the tribal community leaders for being here today. I can't tell you what a special thanks I have for Deb Haaland, my Interior Secretary. I was determined. I made a commitment when I became president that have an administration that looked like America, except you're America. And there's never has been a Native American, indigenous person who was on the cabinet or in the secretary's job or any consequential job in a presidential administration. She's the first, it's clearly not the last Native American cabinet secretary ever. And her historic and dedicated leadership to strengthen the relationship between the tribal nations and the federal government is unlike anything ever happened before. That's why we're here today. When I got to the Senate, I was only 29 years old. I had to wait 17 days to be eligible. And after I got...
All right, this nigga said when he was in Senate, he was 29 years old. 29 years old. What type of agenda a 29-year-old Joe Biden was on at 29 years old? This the man that signed the crime bill into law when Clinton was in office under Barack Obama. This nigga was the one that helped legislate the crime bill when Bill Clinton was in office. This used to be Bill Clinton, Secretary of State. Under the Democrat administration, there have been a lot of so-called black people being incarcerated, done unjustly, murdered, gunned down by, political agendas, using the law to gun down the black men and the young black kids for political agendas. This man right here been our enemy for years. This cracker is a fucking idiot. He owed his soul to every black indigenous tribe that they have slaughtered, murdered across these lands. Hayaosio, Waho, Waiosio, Wado. To the great ancestors. To the great ancestors. And they gonna give me the discernment too. But I know these tribes that he's naming, the Gila River Indian community, these people are fake. These people are not real indigenous people. They made up, and I stand on everything I say. I'm not taking it back. I don't feel sorry, because how out of nowhere these people just come to the forefront. You got all these other nations coming into our country, illegal, doing things, taking shit, They know who they are. You know what I'm saying? They know what they are. They know where they come from. They got a homeland and all that. And how come the government always recognizing everybody else historic past except for ours? The only time they talk about something concerning us is when it's Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all them figureheads right there. But that's not the know-all tell-all about our past and our history. You know, Black History Month is not the know-all tell-all about our past and history. You know, Maya Angelou is not the know-all tell-all about our past and history. Those people do not really represent our past and history because they didn't stand on nothing. They didn't, you know, they didn't talk about tribe and heritage and culture. You know, they was trying to, you know, indoctrinize us with poems and Christianity and political agendas and shit. And look where we at, y'all. Just look where we at right here. This motherfucker right here that I thought had a soul in my last video. When I really watched this video right here, when I really watched the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? I really had to step back and understand, you know what I'm saying, what the message really was. And the message is they trying to acknowledge everything that America has something to do with. You see what I'm saying? These people is showing you that they are from a foreign land, that this land don't belong to them, that they stole this land, and that they, you know what I'm saying, have, you know, purposely destroyed and damaged cultures, identities, and lives. And we look up to these pale-skinned cowards like they some type of god. Like they to be feared because they got a police regime and a government regime and a military regime. I say this right here. Y'all should not be afraid of that. I mean, shit, it's more scarier shit than out there than that. You know what I'm saying? All that shit these motherfucking government got and they can't defeat a fucking storm. Did you hear what I said? All this motherfucking military might and police power that these motherfucking government people have, they cannot defeat a storm. They can't defeat a storm. So why are we afraid of they little gadgets and they little toys? You know what I mean? Like, let's just be serious right now. Like, the apology really should be towards us. The apology should be given to us. We the ones suffer. We the one been done wrong just for the color of what we look like. And, you know what I'm saying, just for us being alive, these people had enmity and hate and they hard against us. You know? You see, they acknowledging all this bullshit they done to other people, but they never acknowledge and bring up Tulsa, Oklahoma. The bombing and the riot of Tulsa, Oklahoma. They never bring up, you know what I'm saying, the truth about why they really shot our leaders, about why they really killing every leader that tried to liberate us in some form and give us some type of freedom and some type of place, you know what I'm saying, where we belong. They die. For what reason? For what reason? But they'll come out and apologize to a motherfucking people that's not even dated back to the time when our people was prosperous and powerful and, you know, we, you know, was the top of civilization. You know, we had already, you know, we had already conquered, you know, like we was everywhere, you know. So why come they don't talk about how Christopher Columbus came over here and the things he saw when he first came to this land? But they want to sit here and try to fool us like these type of people here, the Gila River Indian community, is the sovereign tribes and indigenous tribes of this country. These people look lost. They look like they've been given a script and, you know what I'm saying, a part to play in this shit. They don't look happy. They don't, you know what I'm saying, look like they deserve this shit or anything. This shit is a fluke, y'all. I'm telling you. This shit is to further try to confuse the minds of the little ones of what's really going on and what really was and what really is today. So, don't be fooled by the devil. Because this motherfucker on this TV screen right here is the fucking devil. This motherfucker sat at the dinner table with the grand wizard of the KK motherfucking K. You hear me? And understand, too, that the name Democrat is the etymology. It comes from the etymology of the word demon. So basically all you're saying is demon-crat. Instead of saying Democrat, you're saying demon-crat. Like you say aristocrat, demon-crat. You feel me? Understand trigonometry. Understand wordplay. Because if you don't understand wordplay, then you'll be lost in translation every time. You hear me? So yeah, understand why they bringing all these people over here with language barriers. So you can't understand shit these people telling you, and you got to motherfucking try to struggle to hear what they saying, and all this shit, But let's keep cooking though.
Got elected, while I was waiting, my wife and daughter were killed. My 2 boys were badly injured. And the guy that came to my assistance was a guy named Danny Inouye. And the first thing he taught me, not a joke, was, Joe, it is not Indians, it's Indian nations. He was serious, deadly earnest about it. Spent 10 years.
Okay, so if it's not Indians, it's Indian nations, then name the other nations. Where the other nations at, y'all? You heard me? What about the nations down in the South? In the Southwest lands where Chief Tuscaloosa, the Seminoles, the Choctaws, the Chickasaws, the Wichitaws, the Apaches, the Creeks, What about them? What about apologizing to them, Joe Biden? See, when a motherfucker don't want you to understand who they are, they throw on shades. They throw on glasses. Cause see, this right here stop a motherfucker from seeing to their motherfucking soul and seeing how much full of shit they is. This man full of shit. You can't detect his demeanor or none of that if you're not a trained person to understand body language. But see me, I've been around so much bullshit my whole life. I know bullshit when I see it. And this motherfucker ain't shit. This motherfucker ain't shit, never have and never will be. You feel me? This motherfucker apologized to everybody else but who the fuck he's supposed to be apologizing to, and that's the black Indian nations, the tribes, the so-called black. I'm going to say so-called black because we never called ourselves black back then. We always called ourselves by who we were. If we was Choctaw, we was of the Choctaw Nation. If we was Seminole, we was of the Seminole Nation. Origin, all that shit. Our culture, our customs, the way we lived back then was so different. You know what I'm saying? And even today, old as I am, this still feels like a new way to live. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like my body got natural senses, like natural survival tactics, but it's like trying to adapt and live in this government, you know what I'm saying, society, this foreign government society. Is like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? But I adapt well, though. I mean, I'm doing me. I'm enjoying my life and all that. But I'm learning about my ancestors at the same time. I subscribe to a lot of things in the past in my life. I subscribe to the, Christianity, you know what I'm saying? But that was forced up on me. I got my ass whooped, So, I would get my ass whooped for not going to church and not want to go to church. And, shit, any auntie or my mama or, you know what I'm saying, who would say we didn't, or be a lie. We got cussed out. We got punished. All that for not wanting to go to church. That's being forced on you. You heard me? That type shit being forced on you, indoctrinizing us, trying to change us, trying to make us be a people that we never was and never will be. You see what I'm saying? So when you understand that Chief Tuscaloosa is above Jesus himself, then you'll realize your true purpose on your land, because Jesus wasn't born over here. Jesus was born over there, across them waters in the Middle East somewhere. That nigga wasn't born over here. So fuck a Jesus and fuck what he stood for, because he didn't die for me. Because every time I read that Bible, it always say he died for the people of Israel, the children of Israel, that whole world. The whole world of Israel is who he died for, not the whole entire world. So, you got to understand when people try to, quote the Bible and all that, they'll mislead you. They'll say the whole world, but won't break down what world is. Like, world could be many different things. You know what I'm saying? But if you keep flipping through that motherfucking book, keep flipping them pages, you going to see that man ain't never said he died for the whole entire world. That man said he died for the world of Israel, the children of Israel, his people, is who he, paid his life for their sins, not for, the sins of America, not the sins of Asia, not the sins of Russia. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that thought Jesus died for the whole world, listen, man, hey, anybody can believe a fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? I used to. But shit, once you know better, hey, you do better. You heard me? Let's keep cooking.
Since the city president came and visited Indian country. That's simply much too long. That's why I'm here today, not only to fulfill my promise.
All right. Did y'all hear this man say this is an Indian country? He didn't say America. Now, notice this man putting up a lot of red flags to be a so-called president. For one, he's not putting America name first. He's saying Indian country. So they know all these years they've been Indian country the whole time. They've been taking Indian land. They've been robbing Indian graves and taking Indian culture and learning the ways of how our ancestors used to live. You know what I'm saying? And they did that to a point to where they got so good at it to where they was able to teach other nations. This is why they created this, what you would call boarding school. Because these people that he's talking about, the Gila River Indian community people, these people were ostracized to learn a way so that way they can be called something of their own. These people have never been Indian. These people look like Mexicans or Mongolians or somewhere from another region. You know what I'm saying? So they not us. You feel me? They not us. They not like us. They never will be like the Incas. They never will be like the Aztecas, which were true melanated, dark-skinned Indian tribes. Let me give you an example. Remember, everybody used to see on that football team, the Washington Redskins? That motherfucker was a dark-skinned Indian on that helmet, on their logo, for their mascot. He was dark-skinned, red-skinned, red, ruddy, red, dark brown, red. A lot of people don't even know red is a derivative of dark brown, of a brown color. Fact check me if you want to, but a lot of people don't believe that. Brown can turn into red. Red can turn into brown. The darker red is, the more brown it becomes. Think about when your blood lose oxygen. It turns brownish. You know what I'm saying? It dries up and it turns brownish. And then it get more dark to where it look like it black. type shit. You hear me? So, yeah. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Can't tell me about Red. Like, I'm not no guy to just pop up on the video and just talking out the side of my neck. You know, yeah, I'm new to this. Trying to, do reaction videos and give my opinion and give my insight on things, But if this channel ain't for you, if the way I'm delivering my message is not for you, you don't gotta watch this. You feel me? It's all, free will, you heard me? And with that said, let that be my disclaimer while I'm making my video. That would be my disclaimer right there. So, but yeah, let's talk about all these other tribes and all this rich history that still exists today down in Florida, Colorado, Arizona, Dakota, Georgia, Alabama, Texas. All this rich, indigenous, melanated, black, Indian tribe heritage and culture still exists. It still exists, y'all. We still exist. We ain't never been extinct. Yeah, they killed over 100 million plus of our ancestors, right along with the buffaloes. And see, that's another thing. They'll never apologize about the Buffalo Soldiers. Now, see, if they speak about the Buffalo Soldiers, then these Gila River people, they wouldn't have credibility because it wouldn't make any sense. You feel me? It was not a mixed race and a mixed culture and a melting pot back in them days. Way back in them days, we were one people. Like, everywhere you look, we was everywhere. Up until these motherfuckers came upon our shores and started raping our women and breeding the males with they women, making slaves and making DNA and making, races. These people have played with people DNA to create a race of people. And that's what they did with this situation right here. But they treated these people so fucked up to where they deserve a fucking apology. But what about the apology for all atrocities and all the motherfucking murders and all the injustices with the justice system they weaponized against the so-called black African Americans? You know what I'm saying? Where our apology at? You feel me? Where that's at? But you know what? Let's just keep cooking.
Be president, the first president to visit Indian country, but more importantly, to right a wrong, to chart a new path toward a better future for us all. I'm also here today because, as I said, my wife Jill has been here 10 times in the Indian country, literally. First lady sends her love and said, Joe, make sure you come home. Because every time she goes, she spent a lot of time to accuse me for saying this, the Navajo Nation. I'm worried. Every time she goes, I'm worried she's not coming home.
So you mean to tell me the Navajo Nation look like white European Mexicans? The Gila River Indian community, the Navajo community. Notice these names he's naming now. Notice these names, and all of them live on reservations. These are reservated cultures that the government protects. You see what I'm saying? They protect these people. You heard me? These people live tax-free. They own casinos, all type of shit. The government is giving these people our fucking land that our ancestors died and protected and made great works upon. You know what I'm saying? When is we gonna get our flowers? You see what I'm saying? This motherfucker looking like Mr. Smithers from The Matrix. You see what I'm saying? The enemy been in our face all these years. This is a foreign government. Understand what the fuck I'm saying, yo. You heard me? Like, these motherfuckers are the terrorists. You heard me? They done terrorized so much to the point to where these motherfuckers want to apologize. But they apologize to the wrong motherfuckers. You feel me? And see, that's why I say we need to take our land back. Stop voting. Fuck these goddamn politicians. Fuck them. Fuck them. They stole us as a people. They took our identity as a people and placed other identities on us. Most of y'all will be okay with that. Well, you know what, bro? At least I got a place in this country. At least I can say I'm an American then. Nigga, fuck you. You soft. See, them type soft motherfuckers, man, the motherfuckers that don't want to get off their ass and do the real research and you know, search out and seek out truth. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers rather just let a blind motherfucker tell them some blind bullshit and they continue to be led by the motherfucking blind. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of motherfuckers out there like that. You know what I'm saying? So them the type motherfuckers I try to stay away from. You know, the motherfucker that try to sway me with that bullshit. You heard me? Like I'm a dummy. So, you know, that's just the way I'm coming with it, and that's what it is. I stand on that. You heard me? Let's keep cooking.
I watched that beautiful performance just now and it moved me deeply. It's a reminder of everything Native people enjoy and employ. Sacred traditions, culture, passed down over thousands of years. Long before there was the United States, and Native communities flourished on these lands. They practiced democratic government before we... But eventually, the United States was established and began expanding, entering treaties with sovereign tribal nations.
Y'all heard what this motherfucker said. Let me rewind it.
Passed down over thousands of years. Long before there was the United States.
My bad.
Sacred tradition.
All right, sacred tradition.
Passed down over thousands of years. Long before there was the United States, and Native communities flourished on these lands. They practiced democratic government before we ever heard of it. Developed advanced agriculture. But as time moved on, respect for tribal...
Let's go back.
I'm also here today because, as I said, my wife Jill has been here 10 times in the Indian country, literally. First lady sends her love and said, Joe, make sure you come home. Because every time she goes, she spent a lot of time, excuse me for saying this, the Navajo Nation. I'm worried. Every time she goes, I'm worried she's not
fake
coming
ass
home.
Nation.
I watched that beautiful performance.
The motherfucking Navajos is as fake as a motherfucking fake can be. Like, y'all understand that too. Like, the type of people that is representing that shit, they not the real Navajos. All the way to their children. They not. Understand it. Understand that now, y'all. You heard me? You heard me? Where they language at? Every nation got a language. You can pull it up on motherfucking the internet. Where the Navajo language at? Where could we speak Navajo at? Where could we speak Gila River Indian at? Huh? Since they're a real thriving nation from the past, where could we look their heritage and their culture and their language up? Huh? See, when you start asking them type questions, then that's when people start, hey man, you know what? Hey, you know, shit, that's the past, bro. You know, motherfucker don't want to do the work. You know what I'm saying? That lets you know the type of level of intelligence a person have beyond what they show surface level. You hear me? Because a lot of people present themselves on a surface level type, you know, situation. You know what I'm saying? They'll come to you speaking intelligent and talk that game, but when you really just listen to, the more they talk, you hear me? Like, you understand that people ain't as intelligent as you think they are. You hear me? Like, and it's cool. People gonna have their disagreement. People gonna have their opinions on things. But facts is facts. Truth is truth. All you gotta do is just bring out Christopher Columbus journal when he first brought his European ass to these shores and got his ass kicked several times. It took him several times. That man then left and came back, got lost. That's how he first got here when he got lost. He got lost. That's how he discovered our kingdom, by being lost. That is documented in his journal. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, and he said that the people of this land were dark skin tone, melanated, into comparison to the ones back across the seas that will be called Africans. You see what I'm saying? He didn't call us Africans. He was saying we was compared because the way we look, our skin tone was compared to Africans. So wouldn't it make sense they would be clever enough to force an identity on us that we never wanted, never asked for, never voted for, and that we don't even understand what it is. Like, this black shit, what is black? Like, for real. Like, I'm starting to realize black is whack. You hear me? Like, all that, I'm black, nigga, I'm a real nigga and all that shit whack. How about saying I'm a real Niji instead of saying I'm a real nigga? What's up with my Nijis out there? You know what I'm saying? What's up with my Chickasaws? What's up with my Seminoles? What's up with my Choctaw? What's up with my Cherokees out there? My true blood Cherokees, my true blood Choctaw, my true bloods out there. The true blood Indian nations out there. Where y'all at? Let's speak. Let's light this shit up. You feel me? Let's start letting the government lie to us to our motherfucking face. You heard me? Because I did go to them schools, them public schools. You feel me? I grew up going to them government schools. You know what I'm saying? And when I was in history class, you heard me? I look at them pages. I'm flipping through them pages. All I see is motherfucker look like him. The majority of that book, until it started getting to talking about war and the conquering of other people. And then when I seen the photos and what the images was of those people, I'm looking at myself every day after school, looking in this book, looking at myself in the mirror, looking at this. So I'm realizing, okay, we never were slaves. We never were slaves. We never were slaves. These people came upon us. Just like my brother said, just like my indigenous brother Malcolm X said, Plymouth Rock, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock, nigga. Plymouth Rock landed on us, nigga. And that's on the land, nigga. That's on the land, nigga. That's facts, nigga. So with that said, that motherfucker, that Malcolm X letting us know right there, nigga, we never came on ships, nigga. We was already here. How could we come on ships and we already here, my nigga? The only motherfuckers that came on ships were them motherfucking Africans. Them foreigners. Just like them other motherfuckers. Just like them Hindu type Indians. The motherfuckers with the red dots in the middle of their head. Don't get it confused just because they dark skinned. That don't mean that's your sister, your brother. That don't mean that's your blood, nigga. They don't think like you. They don't move like you, nigga. They don't move like us. They don't think like us. They don't definitely talk like us. These motherfuckers talk like, welcome to 7-Eleven. Please number 10. Welcome to 7-Eleven. Thank you very much. That's how they, nigga, I don't talk like that, nigga. Got me fucked up. You hear me? Nigga talking about, them all God's children. Nigga, shit, nigga, that's the Hindu God children, nigga. Just like Kamala Harris. That's a Hindu bitch. That bitch put Hindu spells on real kings and queens of this land, and y'all falling for that shit. That bitch ain't black. Yeah, well, you know what? I take that back. She can be black. That bitch is black. How about that? She is black. Because when you understand that black ain't nothing but a status of the corporation of America, just like the status white, just like the status Hispanic, all these motherfucking statuses, you could be what the fuck you want to be. That don't make you that. You got a lot of motherfucking white folk want to be black. That don't make them black. When your ass can clearly see that they are white, pale skinned motherfucker crack. Just like these Mexicans, they swear they black. You know what I'm saying? They swear they black just because they maybe mixed, maybe because they daddy black, but that don't make you black. I mean, just because they mama black, but that don't make you black, so to say. You know what I'm saying? Or just because your daddy got a black girlfriend, that don't make you black. Because she lying to y'all, telling y'all, if you think these Hebrew Israelite brothers know what the fuck they talking about, nigga, keep going down that rabbit hole, nigga. You gonna find out them Hebrew Israelites is full of shit. Yeah, that way. They full of shit. They have no way of proving that the Mexicans is our sisters and brothers. They don't even think like us. They don't move like us, and they damn sure don't like us. Like, they really don't like us. They like what we have, but they don't like us as people. You feel me? Like, especially the man. Like, they'll love your woman. They'll love everything that the black man has to offer. His Jordans, his Michael Jordan clothes, all that shit. Yeah, they'll buy that shit. Yeah, because they want to be us. They want to be us. They want to be just like us so they can get the black woman, so they can pregnate them and colonize them just like the motherfucking cracker. This nigga, Mr. Smithers from the Matrix, colonized the black woman. This is a fucking colonizer, man. Look at that shit. Y'all looking at a real colonizer, bro. With shades on, looking like a criminal, looking like a gangster. You feel me? But that's another subject, man. I'm carrying on right now. But that's another subject, though. But let's keep cooking, though. Let's just keep cooking.
Just now and moved me deeply. It's a reminder of everything Native people enjoy and employ. Sacred traditions, culture, passed down over thousands of years. Before there was the United States, and Native communities flourished on this land.
Now, y'all heard what this bitch nigga said, right? This nigga said traditions that was handed down from tribe to tribe, paraphrasing, for thousands and thousands of years, long before there was a United States. Did y'all hear what this man came out and confessed? Fuck the apology. Listen to what this man's saying. This is a stolen land, y'all. He telling y'all this shit. This is a real criminal that got power in our land, selling us our own land to us, selling us our own air, selling us our own water. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people selling shit to us, man. You hear me? They taxing us for living on our own motherfucking land. That's inhumane right there. And let me say another thing too. This off the topic. Since Kamala Harris want to talk about reproductive rights for women, nigga, don't you know Margaret Sanger was one of the signers for the eugenics, for the eugenics contraception to give native melanated tribal females, because we was having babies, we were multiplying like roaches. You feel me? So we was outpopulating their community. These people, we were outpopulating them. So to control us, they was throwing those poisons, I call it, in the wombs of our women, of our indigenous tribal women during that time. The same time this motherfucker talking about these people was being ostracized in their boarding schools is the same time they was killing the melanated tribes of this land. Understand that part. If I'm losing you in this shit, just rewind the video and catch up. But it ain't hard to understand nothing I'm saying in this shit. Cause everything I'm saying make complete sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm on some good medication right now, but hell, I'm stable. You feel me? I'm stable. You hear me? So, but Kamala Harris talk about reproductive rights for women, right? But reproductive means to reproduce. I thought the reproductive is to reproduce. That's what I always thought. So how can you be helping women reproductive rights if you got women fooled and hoodwinked into allowing them to have services in their community that poison their womb and kill the life of a baby? You know what I'm saying? You got criminals that'll set up a place they call Planned Parenthood, and these people are trained to not give a fuck about a soul. To sit here and lie to you like God gonna fix it all when you just fucked it all up for life itself. You murdered a life, an innocent life. In some cases, it's fucked up how that baby will be born into this world, but that's still a life. How can somebody have a right to speak for a child and make the choices of a baby? That's murder. And it's only women. Men don't have a say in none of this shit now. Notice, this is all women. All these women from around the world is okay with murdering babies. That's sad. But they want to hide behind the mask of rape and all this bullshit, shit that's not on the everyday base. Some of this shit is consensual. A lot of this shit that go on in these houses with these females, man, that shit be allowed to happen. You know what I'm saying? That shit be allowed to happen. But when the money ain't coming in, then that's when they want to sit up here and try to lock a motherfucker up. Come up with some bullshit to lock a man up. To put some shit on a man so they can reap some type of reward or benefit for getting they motherfucking, destroyed, dismantled, and motherfucking reconstructed. You heard me? So they feel like a man should give them something, But then a lot of these situations with these women coming up pregnant and they don't know the fathers and the man ain't around, a lot of them situations be one night stands. Oh, girl, I got drunk. Oh, yeah, girl, shit, it just happened. Oh, yeah, I met him at the store, girl, and he did this for me, and then shit, it was that after that type situation, type shit. You feel me? So ain't nobody no goddamn dummy. Y'all motherfuckers around here asking for God for the love of the world, but y'all want to be able to kill a child in the face of God? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Like, this shit is insane to just understand the type of rhetoric that Kamala Harris is running on, her campaign is running with. It shows you just how much a woman give a fuck about a life. So what make you think she would give a fuck about the lives of others? If she want women to continue to take poison and to continue to vote for Planned Parenthood and these murderers to set up shop in these communities to continue to, manipulate people to bring their pregnant girlfriend or their pregnant loved one to a fucking clinic to destroy a life is motherfucking insane to me. I thought I was fucking crazy. I thought I had no common sense. I thought I was the dumb motherfucker, but shit. Hell, I ain't alone. Know that there, I ain't alone, goddamn it. If anybody saying that about me out there, get what? It's a lot of motherfuckers that's with me on that, cause get what? You got to be a pretty stupid dumb motherfucker to know that this shit that they doing is full of shit. It's full of shit. This apology is fake. It's all for fucking campaign, political, motherfucking gain. This is nothing for us. This is nothing for our people, I say. It ain't nothing for the so-called melanated, brown, so-called black, so-called African-American people. This nigga don't give a fuck about none of that. He don't give a fuck about none of us. And that's real. He probably got our people working for him, but he don't give a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? And they don't give a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck about themselves. Anybody that love this motherfucker and that speak this motherfucker into existence like he's some type of Lord and Savior can kiss my indigenous black ass. How about that? And that's what it is. And I stand on that shit, you heard? Let's keep cooking.
Hands. They practiced democratic government before we ever heard of it. Develop advanced agriculture.